Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to be reviewing Amped for the original Xbox. This was actually a launch title with the system, and it was sort of a brand new take on snowboarding games. At the time, SSX Tricky, 1080 Snowboarding, Snowboard Kids. Those are basically the main snowboarding games out at the time. I think Amped basically took it into a different direction. It was more or less a simulator, well, as much as a simulator you could get back in 2001. However, I do like this game for what it is. Unfortunately, I walked into the game expecting it to be like SSX Tricky or something like that. When I first, turned it on and played with it, I'm like, this shit is hard. I don't think I can get used to this, but for some reason I started liking it, and every time I turn on my original Xbox, I gotta play this game for at least a little bit. Anyway, enough with the personal stuff, let's get on with the review. First things first, the level and the progression system. Now, the levels, of course, are based off of typical snowboarding maps. Big mountains, big ramps, rails, stuff like that. Some of them are based off of real areas, but I don't know what real areas they would be. I'm not really into snowboarding too much. But I would say for the most part, the levels are cool. You have a lot of ramps to do triple backflips off of. There's ramps on occasion. You can grind tree logs, houses, rails. It's pretty cool. Now with the progression system a little bit, in order to unlock the next level, you need to earn points and media coverage. Now, points, you just need to do a certain amount of backflips or a certain amount of tricks that you want to do, and you move on to the next level. Media coverage, you basically go to the spot where these cameras are and you do big tricks in front of them. So, let's just say a camera's in front of a log. You could do a couple of grinds on a log, switch it up in different ways, stuff like that. Or let's just say a camera guy's in front of a ramp or something. Obviously, you gotta do something. So maybe you do a double backflip or something like that. And when you do a lot of media coverage challenges, you earn sponsorships, of course, based off of real snowboarding brands, which I don't know about. You film a video for that sponsorship. Of course, these get difficult fairly quickly. So let's just say in one sponsorship video, you do a bunch of 360 flips or a bunch of backflips. Obviously, in the next one, they're not going to be expecting that too much. Well, if you do those, you're going to earn less points, and if you bail or fall down, you're going to take away a lot more points. But if you do something that the sponsor doesn't like, it's going to take away a little bit of points. You get the gist of it, but these get fairly difficult really quickly. But of course, in the beginning, you start off simple, like, oh, this newspaper wrote about you, or oh, you earned a free hot dog or something like that. Obviously, as you evolve in the game, you're going to earn bigger sponsorships, like DC shoes or something like that. But like I said, I don't know too much about snowboarding. I'm not really into it. But the game seems cool for what it is. The progression system seems nice. I'd say my only gripe is the more you progress, the more the levels get smaller. So first you start off with these huge, massive levels. You could do stuff. You have space. Of course, as the game continues, you get smaller levels and bigger points. So you start off at a small mountain and you're supposed to get 100,000 points. I'm guessing the game is doing this to you because they want you to do a variety of tricks instead of the same stuff you've been doing. I don't know. It gets difficult, but I kind of like the challenge. Now, the music and overall vibe of this game, I guess. The music in this game is mostly indie rock and stuff from the 2000s, which, I like, I guess. It's not my cup of tea, but hey, it's cool. It also gives off that MTV type style, like, oh, look at this wild, crazy humor, stuff like that. It's cool for what it is. Now, this game doesn't really have a story per se. You're a basic snowboarder trying to make it big. So, of course, that's as simple as it can get. You move on to different levels, you earn bigger coverage, you earn bigger points, and that's it. That's as much of a story as you could have besides these little cutscenes. Oh, you got run in a newspaper, you get like a little cartoon cutscene, or oh, you're a shop writer now, you write for a snowboarding shop, a little cutscene. Oh, you won this competition. It's just small stuff like that. But overall, though, I'd say this game is pretty good for what it offers. It's not going to be like SSX Tricky or Snowboard Kids. It's not going to be any of those. It's going to be sort of a simulation, I guess. Anyway, though, I've rambled for too long about this. Like I said before, it's an original Xbox title. It was a launch title, so of course, if you collect for the original Xbox, this is a game you definitely have to pick up. Anyway, though, if you like this video, like and subscribe. Do it if you want to. No rush. And tell me, did you grow up with Amped back in the day? Did you play it on the original Xbox? Let me know down in the comments if you want to. Either way, I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Hashtag retro gaming.